You have something to say, do you? I see. Let me talk then, and you shall listen. I shall be brief. What was done had to be done. I regret it not. Let us not complicate matters further. Yes. I see. You are welcome, and... thank you. This means everything to me. You cannot know. Now let us finish this and be done.
And then, it was over. With the archdemon dead, the Darkspawn horde quickly crumbled. Most fled back into the deep roads. They would remain a threat in the years to come. But the blight had been ended before it had truly begun. Ferelden had been saved, and the entire kingdom rose up to joyously greet its queen. Grey Wardens stood redeemed, and a new age had begun. But at what cost?
My friends, we are gathered to celebrate those responsible for our victory. Of those who stood against the Darkspawn siege of Denerim, there is one in particular who deserves commendation. The one who led the charge against the Archdemon and killed it remains with us still, an inspiration to all she saved that day. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the hero of Ferelden. The first Grey Warden to defeat the Blight since Garahel 4 centuries ago. Grey Warden, it is hard to imagine how you could have aided Ferelden more. I think it only appropriate that I return the favor. Is there any boon you might request of Ferelden's queen? Truly? Then know you will always be welcome within these halls. The crown of Ferelden will ever be grateful. Let it also be known that the Arling of Amaranthine, once the land of Arlhow, is now granted to the Grey Wardens. There they can rebuild, following the example of those who went before them. What are your plans? Will you remain with the Grey Wardens? Of course. Know that you are always welcome in court should you decide to return. There is a group of eager Ferelden citizens waiting outside to get a look at their hero. I suggest you make at least a brief appearance before they storm the gate. Just tell the guard at the door when you are ready. Allow me to offer you my personal congratulations, Warden. I must admit that while I did not share my father's pessimism regarding the Grey Wardens, I had my doubts that such a small number of you could be victorious. Yet here you are. The Maker smiles upon you, or so they are saying. Luck and destiny are two branches of the same tree. Tell me something. Is Alistair always like that? Ah, joy. Thankfully, he has surprised me with his eagerness to learn the business of ruling. Despite his questionable humor, he may yet be a good king. Oh well. His heart is in the right place. In that he reminds me of Caelan, which is no failing. Now I see Arl Eamon gesturing to me. There is more work to be done. I must take my leave of you, I fear. Enjoy the rest of the celebration, Warden. I shall speak to you again before the day is done.
I don't think we have much to say to one another. You killed the Archdemon, well done. The Grey Wardens seem to be mighty curious as to just how you managed to pull that off without dying. Morrigan saved you? Well, that figures. That might also explain why she ran off right after the battle. The Grey Wardens will be interested in figuring out just how she did that. Look, you made me king, and I'm grateful. And Duncan would have been happy the Blight is over. I know you're leaving anyhow. I'm sure we'll see each other again. Until then, you'd best get on with your procession. Your adoring public awaits.
So it appears that Riordan was wrong. I find it difficult to believe that he deliberately misled us. Have you another explanation for what happened? I should have known. The witch disappeared not long after the battle and has not been seen since. I assume this was expected. Still, the Orlesian Grey Wardens have been persistent in their questions, and tend to keep any thoughts on the matter to myself. I understand you're leaving soon. I've been tapped to lead the Grey Warden recruitment efforts here in Ferelden. Anora's influence, no doubt. I would have preferred she not interfered. True enough. Allow me to say before I go that you've earned my respect. Odd that I ended up here saying that. But there it is. Return to your celebration. Perhaps we shall meet again.
It is over. I can barely believe it. You stopped the Civil War and then defeated the Blight. On behalf of Ferelden, allow me to say thank you. It truly cannot be said enough. It's too bad that you aren't remaining here in the capital. The hero of Ferelden would have influence, but I understand. Myself, I will be remaining here to help Alistair. Tegan will take over the rule of Redcliffe, at least for the time being. Connor seems well enough, and Isolde refuses to speak of what happened. She says she never wants to go back. I cannot thank you enough for saving them. They are the joy of my existence. Tell me, have you noticed anything strange about the lad? He seems quiet. Ah, you are no doubt correct. It is my imagination, I am sure. But here I am rambling on. I shall let you get back to your celebration, Warden. Enjoy it while you can.
So it survived after all. My impression that all creatures made of flesh were hopelessly squishy was, premature. No doubt. It has proven to me, however, that fleshiness does not automatically mean squishiness. It has made me revise my opinion of its kind, my kind. I am, or at least was, a dwarf. A creature of flesh. I have to keep reminding myself that. In fact, I think I may even try to become one again. Wynne has offered to accompany me to Tevinter to speak with the mages there. The Circle of Minrathrus has the largest collection of arcane knowledge in Thedas. If it is possible to reverse this process, then the knowledge to do so will be there, or that is my hope. And if not, then I will keep looking. I have nothing if not time, yes? I intend to return eventually, unless I finally decide to destroy all pigeons everywhere. That may take a while, but otherwise I will come back. If it happens to one day see a tiny little dwarf who appears very nervous of being squished, that will be me. Until then, I wish it well. You have been a fine friend.
I will be relieved when all this pomp and ceremony is done. Such events are perfect opportunities for assassins, after all. I can't help but expect the crows to appear at any moment, which would be a welcome break, mind you. And leave you to face the unwashed masses alone? Perish the thought. You know, it does occur to me that staying in one place is only going to invite the crows to find me that much quicker. While fun, that might eventually get complicated. You said earlier that you are planning on leaving soon. Is that true? And would you consider some company? You tend to get up to interesting things. You meet interesting people and then you kill them. I'm game to tag along if you are. And I promise not to get you into too much trouble. Well, no more than you get me into, anyhow. Well then, since we're going to be leaving together, we can speak after you have been sufficiently paraded in front of the populace. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on you and make sure no one gets a clear shot. Not without paying me a great deal of coin, anyhow.
The hero of Ferelden. My. How does it feel? Of that I have no doubt. It's a title you'll be wearing for a long time to come, just as Loghain wore his. But it's not so bad, is it? A blight defeated with the other nations barely becoming aware. Who could ask for better? I don't think many heroes ever do. I'm glad not to be on the receiving end of all this attention myself. I say, let the young have their fame. Not that I've gone without notice. Irving asked me to take over as first enchanter, but I don't wish to go back. Not after all this. Instead, I've decided to travel. Shale has expressed a desire to go to Tevinter to look into a way to regain her mortality. And I will join her. I understand you will be leaving. I wish you good fortune on your journeys, wherever they may take you. If we do not see each other again, live well, Warden. And thank you.
It is good to see you again, Kadan. These people, they call you hero. It is a strange word, but I think I understand its meaning. The Arishok on occasion has declared a Kunari to be Kunoran Vel, one who serves as an example to others. Such examples are always made after their death, however, a death in service to the Kyun. A living Kunoran Vel would be too proud. Not for the Kunoran Vel. For the Kunari people, it is a cause for much celebration. It is one of few occasions when the Kunari are permitted to engage in revelry. There is imbibing of spirits, public chanting, meditations abandoned. It is madness. I am smiling. I suppose I should tell you. I have decided to return to my people. Your quest is done, and thus so is my reason for accompanying you. But the Blight is done. I have an answer for the Arishok that no longer requires the question. It must be said. You found my sword and gave me a chance to restore my honor. I owe you a great debt. Some debts cannot be discarded. There will come a time when I will return, and then it shall be done. Perhaps I shall see you again one day. Until then, may you always find the path you seek. Farewell, Kadan.
Humans have a better taste for spirits than I thought. The ale up here is actually good. Orsamar ale tastes like dirt in comparison. Probably because they put dirt in it. Go figure. I don't know. Maybe eventually. I'm getting used to that big sky up there. And I'm thinking I might just look up Felsi again. See where that goes. Yeah, I'd better. She throws me out and shacks up with some poetess. I don't think my ego could take it. Ah, well, enough babbling. That pot-bellied son of a whore Tegan said I'd pass out before drinking an entire barrel of pickle juice. I aim to prove him wrong. It's been good traveling with you, Warden. Don't get lost in the shuffle now.
So here we are. The conquering heroine has won the day, and now she takes her bow and exits the stage. A fine ending. Yes, she most certainly does. You know, I can't help now but think of my vision. The Maker sent me to help you, and look what you did. It's a miracle. It truly is. So, if I heard right, you'll be leaving soon. Any room for an extra body on your travels? Good. Because there's nowhere I'd rather be than at your side. At any rate, I should let you get back to your celebration before someone drags you away. I look forward to seeing you again afterwards.
Ah, glorious! You've really showed these humans something. Took down the Blight practically single-handed. I'm not just here to witness the whole human spectacle, however. The Assembly contacted me with a message for you. I guess they figured once a manservant, always a manservant. I don't mind. Thing is, we've both been given leave to return to Orzammar. Apparently, I went down with you. Seems I rise back up with you too. Seems Harrowmont is mighty grateful. He's declared you the heir to House Iduken. Full rights restored for us both. Not only that, but the Assembly is considering naming you a Paragon. A Paragon. In our time. Not a bad change from an exiled murderer, no? Congratulations, my friend. I heard you weren't planning on staying. Think you might head back home? Lots of opportunities for you now. Good. And I would be proud to take up my old position if you'll have me. At any rate, I'll let the humans get back to their dwarf worship. Still makes me smile to hear them talk.
Are you ready, my lady? The crowds outside are getting restless. Right. I'll take you there now. Follow me.